and Fnatic players are busy. But I'm hoping this year, because the prize pool is bigger, we're going to see more stars in the tournament. And with 16 teams, there are going to be over 100 players, right? 100 players from all over the world are going to be at the LAN finals playing the tournament. So I think that's really, really fantastic. But it seems like we have started the match. Pistol round here on cash for this best of 3 between Austria and Georgia, for the first qualification round of the World Championship European Qualifier. And Georgia have 2 players over on the A site. And Zabu starts it off with a very fast kill on Mitsaras. Another by Just on Minka. As they push towards the A site here, Mitsaras already losing vast majority of their players, and it's far too easy here for the Georgians. Austrians completely demolished. No damage dealt whatsoever. Zabu and Zost landing some pretty fresh shots with USB and P2K. Pistol round for Georgia. Austria now going for the false buy, since they didn't get the bomb plant. Now we've seen 4 Tech 9s with a Desert Eagle on Mitsaras. Nox is actually saving money, not buying armor. I'd assume maybe he'd go for utility, but I think he's just saving to get an AWP. I'm assuming Nox is the AWPer then for their side. Mitsaras kissing his gun for luck, and now looking for the 1 dig. Whiskey's there with the SMG. Got 3 MP9s. MP7, sorry, on the Georgian side. And usually teams buy this. I mean, it's a good buy against non-armored opponents, or also against even armored opponents if you want to make money on these anti-ecos or anti-force buys. Or the second round, really a second round buy, really. You see a lot of SMGs now, simply because of the extra money. And they're also quite powerful. I mean, they were boosted ever so slightly. Remember when they nerfed CZ, they kind of boosted SMGs. And Mitsaras! He must have given quite a passionate kiss to that 1 dig. Or that deagle before firing that shot. Nox with the entry at the B site. This is very good here by the Austrians, but Georgia returns with 2 frags as Shabi and Menkira down. Bomb's not being planted yet. It's going to be planted now. Zabu and Zost playing for the retake. Zabu just taking a look here from balcony, and the bomb's going to be planted in a safe position. Zabu unable to take him out, but the retake will be quite difficult here for the CTs. They can go for a save. They've won the pistol round. They don't want to really lose this round. Forced onto an Eagle for the next one. And they're going to be pushing forward here. Zosh checking into the site. Zabu making sure that no one's going to attack from checker. Sky gets a frag. Zabu gets 1. Is it in a 1v2 right now? Gets a second. Zabu looking very good indeed. Doesn't have a lot of time left. Diffuse kit will go for the defuse. Oh, and he pops out! Does he have time for the defuse? Would be a fantastic clutch here from Zabu. And he gets the defuse. Oh my goodness. Zabu with a 4K. The 1 versus 3 retake with the M4, and that is fantastic play there from the Georgian. Austria with a huge mistake there. Should have set up a crossfire, and that's what happens when you plant the bomb in those kind of positions. You plant the bomb in a place where the CT can defuse it without you actually seeing him from your hidden position and checkered, and for that reason you're going to have to like move and go into his crosshair. That's exactly what happened there, and he made the kill. So really nicely done. It was a bit better than the bomb plants we've seen because it was behind, so that actually he could see him from vent room slightly, but still it wasn't good enough. So great play there by Georgia to save that round, but they've lost a lot of money losing 4 guns like that, and they have to play with 3 for Massa. But a full eco here from the terraces. Go for an A, execute, smokes down, pushing forward. Mitsaras got 2 1 digs the round before, looking for kills. Zosh there, Impiali's going to find him with the FAMAS, and then run right through the smoke into the meat grinder. And Georgia completely demolished them. Easy anti-eco for them, and that makes it 3-0. But really, really nicely played there by Zeba. I don't know if we got a replay of that. Did we get a replay of that? I think we got a replay. I don't know. Producer saying, oh yeah, we did get a replay. Okay, we got a replay of that wonderful 1 versus 3 retake. So great play there by Zabu. 3-0 now. Austria able to afford a full buy. Nox with the 1K that is saved, allowing him to get that AWP. And there you have an aggressive mains flash. Nobody there though. Mitsaras set squeaky, firing away through the doors. And he's looking for a pick here. He's on his own though. The bomb's actually moving towards the A site, or the rest of the team moving towards the A site, it seems. The B site, sorry, mind me. Oh no, they're deciding to go towards the A site. They've made the call. Mitsaras has opened the squeaky doors, closing it now. Keeping the CTs on their toes. There's 2 in the site, 1 at mid, 1 at vents, and 1 at the B site. Pretty standard default setup here, but the Georgians have to make sure that they're not moving around too much. You can get caught in a bad position at the wrong moment, and that's an easy entry frag for the terrorists. And as you can see, they're pretty passive here, the Georgians. Not going for information here at the B site or at mid. Staying very, very passive indeed. Mitsara's just firing away through the squeaky door, looking for a frag, which he seemingly can't find. And there's the truck smoke coming down. Zosh now in Bialy, expecting the flash. It's not here. Pops out. No flash from the terrace, but there's the entry frags from Austria. Shabi and Mitsaris with a frag each. Sky trying to stop that flank coming in from mid, but is unable to land the headshot. And now Nox just checking over through Truck, and there's a person coming from Truck. He doesn't, from Forklift, sorry, he doesn't land the shot. Whiskey gets himself a cheeky one over at Forklift, and another there for Whiskey. There's another person coming from Squeaky, but Minka gets the better of him, and now it's a 2 versus 3. With the CTs on the retake, not a lot of health on Mitsaris and Minka, and they keep peeking out, but they're landing their shots, so it doesn't matter. It's all up to one player remaining, and he gets finished off. Sky doing a good job over at main, and Austria with 1 round. Looking pretty, like, they get dominated on the pistol round, and they get dominated on the eco, but when they've got weapons, they don't look bad at all here, the Austrians. Even on the force spine, very, very close round. And we're seeing more solid play as the rounds go by both teams. Bit of a late main smoke there. Whiskey could have been caught out of position if he hadn't been careful. Forklift Molotov just to make sure that nobody's in that position. Mitsaris again playing Squeaky really well, not being contended by anyone. It's a false buy from the CTs, if you haven't noticed. The 5.7s can be absolutely brutal in short distance engagements. And you can see the Austrians taking their time right now, trying to find 1 or 2 picks before moving to their target. They don't want to be overrun or surprised by a well-positioned crossfire in a force spike. Quad Molotov goes down. Shabby going to push forward, landing the shot on Whiskey very nicely. Oh, doesn't find Zabu. Finally does. Knocks next down forward. Neverino on his own now. Picks up 1 frag though. Picks up an AK-47 as well for his trouble. He's going to try and save that as Austria will pick up their second round. 3-2 now. Austria back into the game. They can be pretty happy with 5 rounds on the T side, while Georgia can be happy with 10 on cash. And as Georgia picked up the pistol round, it's a very good 5 rounds if Austria actually take them, because 5 rounds without the pistol round on the T side is very good indeed. This guy trying to hunt for the weapon has a feeling that Neverino is there, and his spidey senses were tingling, and they were on point as well. Georgia now only 1 round away from Austria, but able to afford a full buy this round, even though they got a force buy the round before. It's a good control of the economy by the Georgians. You can see that the level that we're watching right now is a bit higher than the levels we saw in the African qualifier. They're always on the same amount of money. They've always got a good buy. They're using their economy properly. They're landing those shots. I mean, both like the African teams and this team, these teams that we're seeing now, they both understand the basics and understand the concepts, but the shots that are being landed here by the Austrians and the Georgians are a lot more consistent. Neverino. For some reason making me think of Neverland from Peter Pan. Can he show some magic though from Neverland? And you have the, well, what was the little fairy's name? Twinkie? Tinkle? Tinklebell. Twinkie. What am I saying? Tinklebell, yeah. Will we see some Tinker or Tinkerbell? Tinkerbell, right? Yeah, will we see some magic from Neverino, sponsored by Tinkerbell? The flop nade there, Zabu. Gives him something for his troubles. Throws him a package, and here's the air on balcony. Drops the bomb as well. Don't know why the bomb was leading ahead on its own first. Big mistake from the Austrians, but Nox returns with just Neverino. There you have it, Tinkerbell magic. Zabu's there. Shabby takes one down. Shabby in a 1v2. And Shabby makes it a 1v1 as he takes down Neverino. Ran out of magic dust, it seems. Forward in a 1v1. Wrapping around. It's a game of chance. Game of minds. And they're rotating around. Shab forward sees him. Oh, he just gets away. But look at the way it's been planted. Shabby has to peek to get him, just in case he goes for the plant, and forward will win that. And that's the thing. Shabby giving away that position And planting the bomb in that spot, not the best idea. Should have planted it for main, went to main. Best plan, always the best plan, really. Because you can see it from so many different angles, from forklift, balcony, main. But when you put it in that corner, you can only see it from 2 angles, really. From back of sight, or actually sitting on top of the bomb. So not the best position to be in when you're clutching. And look, not wasting any time here, the Austrians. Firing away the gun to his teammates as they go for a buy once more. But Georgia will continue their lead 4-2. And it's a default setup here. Oh, look at this. Aggressive by the Georgians as they push forward. They're going to throw any flashes. No flashes coming from them. Shabi's going to get a free kill here. And that's a good opening kill for the round. There's the smoke, and he's going to push forward, take down Zosht as well. Austria, 2 men ahead. Should just go for an A execute, and Shabi's just going ahead on his own, losing the advantage that they had. He should have just waited for his teammates. Good rotation from Whiskey, though. Has whisked away that opportunity for Austria to pick up the A site for free. It's going to cost them now. Mid control for the Austrians. I know there's probably maximum 1 person at mid. Minka just holding the flank at the vents. You know, it's probably not going to come from there because you'll need to boost. I think they're deciding to move towards the B site. Might be the right shot. And forward is going to stay. Now, they've waited long enough for the CTs to kind of separate. 1 person mid, 1 person B, 1 person A. And now they're checking every single part of the site. They've heard the sound. CT smoke coming down here from Mitsaris, and the nade over at balcony. Bomb should be planted pretty easily now. It's a 3 versus 4. The Terrorists do have the man advantage and the positional advantage and the strategic advantage. They just have to go for good after plant positions. And let's see where they've planted the bomb. Again, a pretty good position here. Better than the one people normally plant. I still think the checkers plant is better, but... And Sarah's checking. He's actually moving forward. They've figured out that they're going to go for the save instead. They don't have time. So now they're going to hunt they're going to try and hunt them down for those weapons. And looking at the money the CTs have right now, and it's not good. They want to drop those weapons. Austria really need to drop those weapons from the CTs. They want them to play with no equipment the next round. And the best thing to do to destroy the economy right now is to drop them. And I think they'll be able to save an M4 and an AK-47 with armor for the next round, and a defuse kit as well. So forced buy up, I think, from Whiskey, Zabu, and Zost. I mean, you would in this kind of situation when you've got 2 M4s. Just force up, go for the utility. Have all the team on equally low money and try and win this round and try and break the economy of the Austrians, which is doing pretty well at the moment. And they're not. They're going to have 3 ecos and 2 fully bought players. Now, Neverino's going to have a lot less money than the rest of his team if they lose this round. That's something to notice. Bad smoke there by the Georgians. Doesn't matter, though. No terrorists are near that vicinity at the moment. And they're putting a bit of pressure on the B site right now, the Austrians. The 5 Viennese players, or Venetian. I don't know what the right... I think Venetian is for... something else. I don't think it's for Vienna. I think Viennese is the right word. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. The men from the City of Winds. I think that would be the best description of these guys. Vienna, as it's called in German. I think Vienna or Vienne, something like that, right? Yeah. No, it means wind. It means wind. Producer's saying that Vienne means wine. Tell us what you got. If you're from Austria, tell us. Tell us, what does Vienne mean? I thought it always meant wind, because it's quite a windy city. That's the original, that's why it's called Vienne, but I could be wrong. Very nice city. Been there a lot of times. We're there recently. Believe it or not, that's where Hitbox TV is at. So I think all the guys at Hitbox right now are super supporting Austria, just going, woohoo, let's go Austria. Tell me some German words like... Wunderbar. No, something like, let's go, or come on. Fantastisch. That sounds like fantastic. Oh my god, I told you to tell me a word for let's go, not fantastic. He's supposed to know German. He doesn't know anything. What? Let's uns gehen? La uns gehen. La uns Gang. Okay. Mitsaras with the entry over at short. They're taking they're taking their time this round. Nope, I don't believe it. I will not take it. I read it on Wikipedia, mate. It has to be true. Forward. Oh, wow. Double kill, but gets finished off by Minka's Molotov. Sky's going to plant the bomb in the recently burnt floor. And he's going to throw a nade at balcony as well. Neverino's going to feel the full power of that. Down to 29 health. Mitsaras holding the flank at mid. It's 3 versus 3. The CT's getting ready for the retake of the B site. And Shabi. Don't know if they're aware that they're all coming in from CT spawn and balcony at the moment. They make the exchange here. Zabu taking down Sky. No madness from Zabu yet, like we saw that 4K a couple of rounds before. But he takes out Mitsaras, who's coming in. That's Neverino actually taking down Mitsaras, who's coming in. Tries to go for the cheeky defuse, but look at the bomb plant in a perfect position for Shabi to defend. Shabi now. Oh my goodness! He's going to die because of the bomb, but that was Matrix stuff right there from Neverino. I told you, the guy is Peter Pan. He's from Neverland, and I don't know how he's able to dodge those bullets. But he almost survived and saved the M4. Sadly, he had only 29 health, and the bomb killed him. It finished him off. Austria now gaining control of the game, starting to choose the pacing of the match, and forcing Georgia onto an eco. And with 5 rounds already, they'll be very, very happy. Good crosshair placement there by Mitsaras, taking down Zosht and Zabu, making it look very, very easy indeed. Everybody knows there's nothing harder than the recoil of an AK-47. Probably a recoil of a negative. Neverino hasn't run out of pixie dust yet. His luck continues to pick up a frag in an AK-47. He's going to try and save it now. And Austria's going to make it 6-4. They're going to hunt him down, stop him from saving that AK-47, as you can see. And Sky will do that exactly. 2 rounds ahead, but with 6 rounds on the T side, Austria can be very, very happy indeed with their performance so far. Georgia in a bit of trouble. They had a strong start, picking up the first 3 rounds, but after that, it's going to be back and forth with Austria winning the vast majority of the rounds. And if it wasn't for that fantastic 1 versus 3 from Zabu, Austria would be even further ahead, probably with 8 rounds to Georgia's 1. Default setup here by the Austrians as they wait for the Georgians to make their move and put on slight pressure on various parts of the map. Looking for picks, early picks here. Waiting out the first 30 seconds. They've still got the vast majority of the utility, and the utility looks like the kind of utility that you'd love to have moving in towards the A site with all the Molotovs and stuff. And we have Shabi trying to push forward towards the A site. Now they should go to the B site directly. As soon as he's down, moving towards the B site. CT Smoke is down. There's one person over at headshot. He's still going to put his head down. Whiskey coming in from Vince. Actually, forward getting a frag. Whiskey popping one. Nox goes down as well from Zabu's pistol. And Mitsaras is on his own in the site as he takes down forward, but it's a very difficult situation for him to be in. 1 versus 3. He's going to try and get the bomb planted at least for money, but no, he's still staying. He's waiting for the Georgians to come for him. And with 30 seconds left on the clock, tries to push towards CT spawn. Whiskey takes him down. A great retake of the B site. Actually, not really retake. Great defense of the B site from the Georgians as they pick up a very, very important round. Because had they lost that, their economy would have been absolute tatters. Austria would be on pretty much 8 rounds on the T side already. And it wouldn't be looking very good at all. So Georgia now have to win the next 4 rounds. Can't give any more away to Austria on this CT side of Cash. And Sky going very, very aggressive. Great flash from his teammate. Mitsaras finding Neverino. Look at the timing of that. Sky, very well coordinated push through the smoke. And I was thinking he's going to push forward without his teammate's flash. But Mitsaras flashed perfectly over at boost and got a frag as well. Good usage of utility really here by the terrorists. Oof. Don't know what happened there from Mitsaras. But forward got himself a cheeky kill with the USP. Zosh now at the A site. It's 3 versus 3. Sky and forward, and relatively the same health. Up on each side. Pretty even situation-wise and equipment-wise. can Zost perform here on the A side? There's the Bialy Molotov. Nobody comes out. I know that nobody's up. Bialy, Nox takes down forward, coming in from short. And Zost is going to be on the other side of that smoke as Sky pushes forward. He's going to boost on top, check balcony, check short. Nice move in here by Sky. And the ball's going to be planted now in the A side. It's a 3 versus 1, and Zost will be finished off by Nox, who is lurking around the main of A site with that AWP. Austria 7 rounds to 5. Georgia, worst case scenario now, as they've lost a round exactly after they've won a round, which means they've got 0 economy, they don't have the loser bonus, and they're going to be forced onto 1 eco, at least, minimally. So Austria securing themselves 8 rounds to 5, unless we see something out of the ordinary, something abnormal. This guy has to be careful. Forward's already pushed forward here. Forward is already pushed forward. Does what his namesake. It does what it says on the cam. Names forward, loves to go forward. Needs to change his name to Kill Sky, so next time he lands his shots. Sky was very, very fast with that frag, actually. And easily finished off on the various parts of the map by the Austrians on this anti-eco. 8 to 5, Austria is looking very good here on cash. 8 rounds on the T side is fantastic for Austria. Don't know, it's not been confirmed whether it's Venetian or Viennese. But the men from Vienna, the Austrians, well on their way to a good start of this best of 3. And Saris has been consistently taking control of Squeaky. And the thing is with the Georgians right now is they're not playing a very proactive, or they're not taking the initiative on the CT side, and that's costing them. It's allowing the terrorists to really kind of get into their stead, you know, get into their groove, plan things accordingly, coordinate things properly, not be surprised whatsoever by anything. And this is a good start here for Georgia as they pick up 2 frags, with the terrorists trying to force themselves onto A and mid. And Sky has no idea. There's somebody at vent here. Gets an entry though on Zabu. The return from Zost. 3 versus 2. Shabby down to 24 health. Nox with 100, pushing forward. Oh my goodness, misses a shot. Nox with a really, really close shot there on Zost. And now it's a 2 versus 2. Nice nade there, almost finishing off Shabby. Neverino and Whiskey coming in for the retake, both from short. And Nox has got the AWP, and he'll be checking that angle very soon enough. Smoke's about to dissipate near the barrels. Neverino pops up, sees Shabby. Should be landing shots there, but doesn't. The bomb's going to be planted, and they know exactly where he is. Nox playing. Oh my god, he's going to flash and go with the CZ. No, he doesn't. He pops the flash, backs away to quad. And the Georgians are in a good position here to take this. Wow, shot there by Nox. 1 versus 1. Whiskey has to make this. This is a round for the Georgians. It has to be done. In that kind of situation, the AWP against the rifle, the AWP should win. The AWP shouldn't win 3 times out of 5. And that's a wow. That's the closest possible defuse, because it actually played the sound of it going off. Literally played the sound of it going off. Wow. If he had been a millisecond slower, like maybe if he didn't have his knife out when he moved, he might have not made it. That was madness. Really, really close defuse then. Excellent by Georgia to get the retake. But Austria actually pretty much coming out with a bomb plan, almost a round win from a 5 versus 3, by the way, because the Georgians got 2 entry frags at the beginning of that round. Two FAMASs on the CT side. The terrorists have the luxury of 4 AKs in an AWP. Minka already down to 41 health. Saris using the flashes and the utility. Nice. Oh! Doesn't realize that his friend is right above him, Sky. And Sky through the smoke. He's gonna find himself a lucky kill indeed. Well, that's what happens when you risk yourself, when you put yourself in a risky position and go for the oh my god, and go for the shots through the smoke. Sorry, which may give away your position. You can find yourself with a frag, but all of a sudden Mitsaris returns with 2. And now it's a 1 versus 1 against forward. Forward, though, playing the retake with the AWP, knows where the bomb is staying at the back of balcony, and he's going to go for the peek there, and that's giving away his position. Mitsaris should have found that shot. Both players missing their shots. It pops out with the Glock, but there's the round for Georgia. They take the final round of the first half, and what an interesting round indeed. We saw a double kill from both Zosht and from Mitsaris. That kind of changed the momentum of the game, or of the round, 2 times, and then at the end, a bit of a, flopped shots from both players. However, forward came out the better, and, well, they salvaged this half, Georgia, because it wasn't looking too good at all. I mean, Australia can be very happy with 8 rounds on the T side, but it was looking slightly worse for the Georgians. Minka on the side of the smoke here at mid. Just that little jump has caught sight of a lot of terrorists pushing up short. Now the CTs will give them the sight and play on the retake. Zabu's doing a good job here, closing the distance between him and the truck position with the Glock. 3 players here. They'll take down Sky, and they'll be able to catch off the CTs rotate. This is really good play here from the Georgians, actually, to go for the CTs in these positions and get them where they're not prepared. Either way, the Austrians, however, return with a quick fire of 3 kills. Neverino now with forward. Oh my goodness, Shabby. So fast. So confident. And so on point. Picks up the defuse kit of his teammate. Gets the defuse. Well, the rest, while picking up the Tech 9 as well. Making no mistakes here. The Austrians will pick up the pistol round 9-7. It's a good start for them. Georgia, though, had the right idea. Made the important frag after they got the bomb plant, but it just broke down after that. Nine to 7. The World Championships, European Qualifier. First round of the qualification series. And it's a best of 3, with the loser going home. And the winner moving on to the second qualification round. And will be joined by another 23 teams. Oh! Knox landing a headshot on Zosht, that distance of the MP7. Terrence starting to go towards the B. So that's a full eco by them. They got the bomb plant the round before. And they can go for a full buy on the 3rd round. And that 800 bucks. Buckaroonies. We can give you an update about the Azerbaijan-Moldova match. I'm not too sure what the score was, but it's 2-0 to Moldova. They won that best of 3. And so they'll be going on to the second qualification round. Huge congratulations to Moldova. And I hope you guys enjoy the broadcast over on eFrag TV 2 by Joshua Newblad. He's an upcoming caster. I think he's got fantastic talent. It's good to see him casting more and more. Well, right now we're invested in our match, which is Georgia versus Austria. And the Austrians are well on their way after picking up 8 rounds on the T side and getting the pistol round to securing a first map win. The Georgians have a full buy now. This is the real test for the CT defense. And look at this. Knox pops out from the smoke like a genie from a lamp. And he'll take out Whiskey, fulfilling the wishes of, well, all the Austrian fans, which is to win this match. Molotov over on Squeaky. Good throw there by Mitsaris. Definitely been practicing his Molotov throws there. And Knox is going to go for a flash, but flashes himself and ends up being killed by Zabu. Not the best flash I've seen in CSGO. But, yep, those mistakes happen. Those mistakes happen sometimes. Mitsaris getting the information now. He has to be careful. There are a couple of terrorists right in front of him. Gets the first frag and backs away. This is a good CT play, but he has to be careful because there's one terrorist over at Squeaky ready and waiting for him. And I think he's kind of aware that he's just going to hide behind the box. I don't know if the George is going to check that position here. There's a 3 versus 4 and they're pushing it towards. He jumps right over him, but he doesn't get the kill. Actually just takes him down, relatively low health. Sky's there to clean up, however. Takes down Zabu, then Zosht. And Neverino on his own in a 1 versus 3. So great positioning there, just for the information by Mitsaris. And we're seeing some smart play here by the Austrians on the CT side. And they'll pick up that round, the buy round, which could have been the... forgot the phrase. Could have been the... Well, could have been the point where Georgia might have had a chance to get back into the game had they won that round. Well, they're on an eco again. And Sky is just on point. 3 kills for him. Matsaris picks up 1 as well. There you have it. Finishing off Neverino through the squeaky door. Austria make it 12-7. The Austrian aim is really on point. And at the beginning, it really looked scary for the Austrians because the Georgians were landing their shots very, very well at the beginning in the first 3 rounds. They just looked on point. Those USP P2K shots, bam, headshots all around. But Austrians, after they kind of warmed up a bit and got into the game, they're looking even more solid. And we're actually seeing some really nice CS at the moment from both teams. This is pretty good CS from both Georgia and Austria. They're getting the kills that they're meant to be. They're playing good, sound, tactical CS. And there you have it. The double man push towards Squeaky. Good idea to go for 2 because they lost Mitsaris, got the return, and then he backs away. Terrorists now in their default setup. Neverino on the boost, Whiskey. And the bomb now moving towards the B site. Shelby, pretty advanced position as far as CTs are concerned. And it's going to be an easy frag for Georgia. I don't know what Shabby is really thinking holding that spot. Molotov goes down. That's going to slow them down. I mean, in that kind of situation, they should go from checkers, but they're not going to do that. Instead, they're going to wait. And there you have support from Sky. Zabu on his own now. And that could have been a pretty good round for Georgia had they continued to push in towards the B side. There was only 1 CT waiting, but that Molotov was perfect. It did the job. Slowed them down. Allowed for teammates to come in and support. Sky from the balcony picking up a frag. And Austria seeming to win that round now. As the bomb's down, 27 seconds left on the clock. Zabu not going to save his weapon either. Nox is ready and waiting for him. And that's 13-7. Austria looking very solid here on the CT side. Outplaying the Georgians. And it was the Austrian map pick. That's where they started off on the T side. Force spy coming in from Georgia. Tech 9 train is real. Is Shabby going to get flashed in by his team? I think he might boost Mitsaris on top, so we can get a counter boost by the Austrians, which is smart play. Neverino hit by that nade, but it's a very fast speed push here. No need for that counter boost. Minka's asking for help now, shouting for them. Neverino using the Tech 9 to take a frag as well, and Zabu takes down Minka. Nox just drops from the heavens like a prize. And it's an easy frag for the Georgians who have control of the site. And with the armor that they've got and the weapons, they're in a good position. Mitsaris pops out of nowhere, stops them from planting the bomb. Takes down Zostan Zabu. Neverino now with forward alone, 2 health left. He's not able to land the final shot on Mitsaris, gets him out. But there's the return from Sky to 1 versus 1 with the remaining terrorist in the site. And Sky's going to find him. Austria coming back out of being on the brink of losing that round to make it 14-7. And there's the experience and skill in those clutch situations. Very nicely done there by the Austrians. Sky with 21 frags on the top. Zabu 17. And we're seeing a really, really solid performance here from the Austrians. Mitsaris, I think, I don't know what that was. I'm thinking it was a negative on the ground, but might not be. Chabu. So Chabu and Host. Both. So the X is Kha, not Z or X. Now, thank you very much for that, my Georgian friend. It's interesting. It looked like an interesting language. I don't know where, like, yeah, it's really, it looks really nice. I don't know where, like, its origins are from or which language group is from. I'm quite interested in that kind of stuff. But I'll definitely read about it after this match. Oof, Whiskey finds himself shot in the head, but survives being... Wow, that looked violent. Nox, though, takes down Khosht. And in that kind of situation, we've got a bit of GoTV lag, I don't know what's happening. But in that kind of situation, Khosht should have definitely made the frag. should have been very, very easily done. Nox with the M4A4, just putting in the work, taking down all the T's over at the A site. Neverino will finish him off with the bomb, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Very important play there by Mr. Nox. And Sharby will finish off the job. Georgia getting close again, getting the entries, but it's not enough. The Austrians are just far too good at the moment, and they're winning so many double and triple kills that they shouldn't ever get, really. That was pretty good by Nox. It's match point for this map. Austria now 1 round away from getting 16 and taking cash in this best of 3. Georgians need to bring something out of the hat, out of the bag, do a magic trick. Wave the wand. Sprinkle the dust. Caress the magic lamp. Put their hands together. Something has to happen. Sky going a bit aggressive there. Lenka flashed in by his teammate. Good coordination here by the Austrians. They're looking very solid. These newcomers to the World Championship are looking like a very solid team. And maybe a contender for the 8th or 7th spot. I don't know. We'll see when they play against the other teams in the group stage, if they make it to the group stage. But the Austrians are looking quite solid indeed. Really looking solid at the moment. And it seems like they're going to take the first map here from the Georgians, who, aim-wise, they started off great. But, and you know, they're playing well. The Georgians were playing well. It's just not enough. It's not enough against Austria here on cash. So there you have it. First map, 16-7. Austria will take the first map of this best of 3. And we'll be back.